kandanda nchini Kenya, Hussein Mohamed amefika mbele ya kamati ya Bunge ya michezo kuzungumza kuhusu hali ya kandanda nchini Kenya na maandalizi ya dimba la AFCON mwaka ujao wa 2027. Tuvuke moja kwa moja tusikilize.
In the development and stabilization of football in the country over the last 1 year. These include, but are not limited by any chance, to the lifting of restrictions by FIFA. And this is as a result of our fiscal discipline and the reform agenda that we have held in FKF over the last 1 year, something that held us back for a very long time. So it is indeed a pleasure to announce that there's no more restrictions from FIFA, which has been there for years. And it is purely because of our fiscal discipline and good governance at FKF. Securing a title sponsor for the FKF Premier League, which is now the SportPesa League, big milestone for Kenyan football. We also secured sponsorship for the first time for the Women Premier League. We also have ongoing planning and coordination of AFCON. We successfully hosted CHAN. And for the first time in the world, not only in Africa but in the world, Kenya hosted the FIFA Series for Women, the first ever FIFA tournament on our Kenyan soil, which is a big vote of confidence from the global body. Kenya, Mr. Chairman, as you may be aware.
President,
yes.
Before you proceed,
yes.
On your second last bullet,
yes.
Ongoing planning and coordination for, is it AFCON or CHAN?
Oh, AFCON.
So that is a typo.
That is a typo. Apologies for that, Chair. You're right. So that is a typo. It should be AFCON. So, Chair, on qualifications for the women team for AFCON, another major milestone, which will be held in Morocco this August coming up, and Kenya has qualified to compete amongst the best in the world. Launch of the women football strategy in partnership with FIFA was concluded recently, with key resolutions passed on how we will develop the game. So implementation of capacity building programs and international exchange initiatives, including cooperation with Morocco through the Royal Morocco Football Federation. Again, a massive win for Kenya. We have to benchmark with the best in the world for us to be amongst the best. Chairman, on question number 1, the overall preparedness and coordination mechanisms in place for hosting AFCON 2027, Honorable Chairperson, I am pleased to report that Kenya's preparation for the 2027 Africa Cup of Nations are in excellent shape, proceeding on schedule and fully aligned with CAF's requirements and expectations. I sincerely want to thank the government of Kenya through the Ministry of Youth Affairs, Creative Economy and Sports for the immense dedication in terms of resource allocation through this committee to ensure that Kenya is ready within the deadlines set by CAF. The 2027 AFCON will be co-hosted by Kenya, Uganda and Tanzania, a historic first for East Africa. On the advice of CAF, the following a strategic review and lessons, I'll say that again. A historic first for East Africa. On the advice of CAF and following a strategic review of the lessons learned from CHAN 2024, the 3 host nations have adopted a unified, cohesive management approach in place of independent national planning frameworks, including within the structures of the 3 LOCs, a joint ministerial oversight committee. A 2-day kickoff meeting convened in Kampala in April 2026, attended by sports ministers from all 3 countries, federation presidents, the respective local organizing committee chairpersons, and senior CAF officials, finalized this joint operational framework. The Pamoja project treats AFCON 2027 as a single regional project covering infrastructure, transport, logistics, communications, broadcasting, and security designed to showcase East Africa unity to the world. Chairman, I'm happy to inform you that in that Oversight Committee for Pamoja for East Africa, I'll be sitting in the Oversight Committee together with our Cabinet Secretary and the senior-most CAF officials in that body. So again, a privilege for us to be able to be sitting at the high table when it comes to matters policy in this regard. I have attached reference to the report submitted by AOC in the documents in front of you when we were in Kampala for your review at a later date or point of reference. The tournament is confirmed to run from 19th June 2027 to 17th July 2027. This confirmed timeline provides all three host nations with a fixed operational window and has allowed planning to proceed with certainty. CAF has issued a detailed milestone schedule aligned to this timeline, and FKF, through its LOC representation, is compliant with all milestones to date. The government of Kenya has made significant and commendable investments in football infrastructure in preparation for AFCON 2027. Both Talanta Stadium and Kasarani stadiums are progressing on schedule towards the readiness standards required by CAF. CAF has conducted physical inspections of both venues and provided formal feedback, which has been acted upon. I take this opportunity to acknowledge the government's investment and the invaluable partnership between the state and FKF in making this tournament a success for Kenya. In summary, Chairman, Kenya is ready. Our infrastructure is on track. Our LOC is operational. Our hosting agreement is executed, and our planning is fully integrated with our co-hosts Uganda and Tanzania under the Pamoja project. AFCON 2027 will be a historic milestone for East Africa, and Kenya is proud to play a central role in delivering a successful and world-class tournament. On question number 2, Chairman, details of the medical insurance cover for players, officials, and spectators, if any. It is my pleasure to inform the committee. Dear Chairperson, this question requires me to explain the legal and regulatory architecture that governs insurance obligations in international football tournaments, as it is a framework that is often misunderstood in public discourse. All rights, obligations, and operational responsibilities pertaining to the 2027 AFCON vest exclusively in CAF. Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania are host nations operating under the terms of the hosting agreement, and we do not own the tournament. Our obligations are defined and bound by that agreement. On the issue of medical reports, I want to reference the Chan medical report, which is in the bundle that you have received, which details that. Regarding player insurance, I wish to draw the committee's attention to a well-established principle of international football law that governs this matter. Players participating in AFCON 2027 are not employees of their national teams. They are contracted employees of their parent clubs. Under the FIFA regulations on the status and transfer of players, the primary insurance obligation for a player rests with the employing club, not with the national association. National associations, including FKF, are required to step in and provide insurance cover only in the specific and limited circumstances where a player called to national team duty does not have existing insurance cover from their club. In practice, this situation is rare, as the overwhelming majority of players participating in AFCON are professionals whose clubs maintain comprehensive insurance cover. Spectators' welfare and safety are governed by CAF's stadium safety and event operations protocols. All designated match venues must comply with these protocols as a condition of hosting. Kenya.
Na mtazamaji, tunavuka mubashara hadi taifa la Tanzania wakati ambapo Rais William Ruto anaingia katika katika bunge la taifa hilo, wakati ambapo tutakuwa tunasikiliza yale ambayo atakuwa anayasema kutoka bunge hilo la taifa la Tanzania. Na ikumbuke kwamba Rais William Ruto yuko katika taifa hilo kwa ziara ya siku mbili, mengi yakijadiliwa kuhusu ushirikiano wa Kenya na Tanzania wa kibiashara na kuhakikisha Kenya na Tanzania wanafanya biashara ambazo zinawasaidia wale raia wa mataifa haya mawili. Mtazamaji, hivi sasa tusikilize ni yapi yanajiri kutoka Tanzania.
Bunge Musa Azam.